So John Travolta stars in The Fanatic, the new movie, where he plays Moose, a celebrity-obsessed fan. Let's take a look first.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Dunbar. Is Hunter Dunbar here tonight? I need to get an autograph. Don't let him do this to me. I'm a fan. I'm a #1 fan. Is it difficult to find?
We are happy to have two-time Academy Award nominee, Golden Globe and Emmy winner John Travolta with us this morning, even though we've already given you a good introduction. So happy to have you here on Good Morning Texas.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so can I just tell you right off the bat, people always say, what is so-and-so like in person or something like that. So Alanna and I have been talking with John, our friend John, for quite a while. You have so much humility. You're so intuitive, and you're so just nice.
Well, I appreciate it.
Sincerely, you are. You're very humble.
We can't say that about a lot of other people, but we definitely mean that.
But anyway, so one of my friends said, did he get that hair thing because of his new movie?
No, not because of this movie. Pitbull inspired the look, and my family, to be honest, they said, let's just go for it. I'd worn it like this in a movie years ago called Paris with Love. But it went viral, and people liked it better than what I was doing.
It's good.
So I was very happy with the result. Well, thank you.
For what that's worth, it's good.
Thank you.
And I know we're not seeing this right now, but you have a lot of fans in the background right now that are here to see you. Speaking of fans and fanatics, also, I wanted to make the joke, but I don't think it's gonna be funny now that you and Pitbull are going to the same hairstylist. But yeah, thank you for the laugh. I appreciate that. Okay, on to the movie. Now, this movie, John, this is John Travolta like we've never seen him before. Your character is Moose. Give us an idea of who you play.
Okay, well, Moose is a kind of obsessed fan, but I created him with the purpose of identifying with him, because I think each one of us have a little bit of Moose in them, because we've all admired our favorite artist, our favorite sports figure, our favorite historic figure, whatever it is. And it's an unrequited love to a greater or lesser degree. And a fan is always imagining, what would it be like if I could, meet my favorite artist or favorite sports figure? And because it seldom gets requited, that there's minimal activity. Like getting an autograph would be satisfactory, taking a picture, a selfie, whatever it is. And unfortunately, this guy times it so poorly with his favorite movie star, and he's probably been bullied in his past and mistreated. You see in the movie he's mistreated at work. So when his favorite movie star mistreats him, he goes a little off center on it, obsessed to convince the movie star that he's worthy of his love, worthy of his admiration, and he gets in trouble because of it.
So it's interesting, because what I hear you saying there is a lot of empathy for your fans and gratitude toward your fans.
Yes, because I grew up as a fan. I mean, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with Jimmy Cagney, or obsessed with the Beatles, and Paul Newman and Liz Taylor, Brando. I understood what it was like to be a fan, and this character is filled with my understanding of that. But when does it go over the line? And when does a movie star go over the line? This is the question. So this movie explores when people go over the line with privacy and all that kind of thing. And of course, both parties in this, the movie star and the fan, nuke the line.
There is no line.
There is no line. Yeah.
So it was obvious, when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh my gosh, John Travolta has so many fans, so many people who totally love him. So is this based on real life experience for you? Have you had a fan who was totally obsessed?
Reflections of this, but no one that was ill-intended. I think it was all naive and innocent, even though maybe they had crossed the line, invading my house or whatever. I still, when I discovered and researched, they weren't up to something wrong, So
I often forgot that it was you playing Moose, because you were so unrecognizable. I was like, whoa, this is John Travolta. What was it like going in and out of character? I'm sure you shot a scene and then maybe you'd stop, reset, whatever, however it is on a movie set, but channeling Moose every time, was there any preparation to become that character?
Well, Fred Durst, who directed the film from Limp Bizkit, he's a wonderful director, but also a wonderful actor. And he would improvise with me and get me in the zone of the character, ask me the operative questions. to get me there, and there'd be about 5 minutes of playing. Sometimes I go to each department and improvise with them. And by the time he would see that I was in the zone, I couldn't make a mistake, and boom,
let's go.
He'd say action.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Hunter, who is the star in the movie star.
Yes.
It's not a particularly sympathetic portrait of Hunter.
Well, you
He's
know what
really
it
a jerk.
is? He's a good person, but he's a bad celebrity. He's a bad, you see, and that's the difference. He's good to his son, he's good to his ex-wife, but he's not good with the public. And there are stars that are like that, and I think we had to, for dramatic sake, have it that way. Otherwise, there's no story, there's no thriller, there's no horror, you know. So.
And I think there is a responsibility with being a celebrity to kind of, I don't know if you owe that to your fans, and now correct me if I'm wrong, I am not a celebrity, but just to kind of, if you are in a platform in the spotlight, that in public, maybe not to let them down, but I guess you can only do that so much.
I've always believed in that, just because I understand being a fan, and I didn't want my favorite people to ever, you know, if I met Barbra Streisand, who I loved, she lived up to everything and more, because she's not only a good artist, but she's a good celebrity, you know. So I believe in you go out when you're in the mood for being interrupted, when you're in the mood for being disturbed, you know. And if you're not in that mood, don't go out. You know, so I think that's the framework.
Which is one reason you are John Travolta.